Okay, y'all, I see a lot of people liked it. My part one video I did on public housing, the pros and cons of living in public slash Section 8 housing, and how to really benefit from the program, and how to take advantage for the program. So I'm gonna give y'all some more updated tips about public housing. For those who did not see my first video, I was just telling people my story about living in Section 8 public housing. I moved in public housing when I was 18 years old after being a teen mom. I transitioned to public housing after graduating from high school so that I could continue my education and get my master's degree. So I made the program work for me. Like I said, I was able to get my bachelor's and my master's degree out of public housing, but it's all about what you want to do with the program, and it's all about having discipline when you live in Section 8 housing, because nobody now come and knock on your door and say, hey, get up and do something. Your rent can be zero based on your income. So a lot of people do get content with that type of housing if you don't have that motivation, that drive to get up and do something with yourself. Because nobody now gonna come over and knock on your door and say, hey, get a job. Your rent can be zero. They can use vouchers sometimes to pay your light and gas, but your utilities in that house. So you have to have your own motivation and drive. Like I said, I have saw it work for people. I lived in public housing in Detroit, Michigan, growing up. And I saw it work for certain people who wanted to work for them. And I also see the repeated cycle of people living off Section 8 housing and not trying to really make that change. You will see both kinds of people living in Section 8 housing. The people who really want to benefit from the program. You also got people that's content with that type of living. So you got to ask yourself, what's the type of quality of living you want for you and your children? And do you want to break the generation curse? If you want to break the generation curse, then make the program work for you. Get a trade while you're in there. Get some of these free government programs while they out here when you in the Section 8 housing. Go back to school. Do CNA. Do truck driving. You know what I'm talking about? Do the LPN program. It's a 1-year program. You want to go back and do RE in a community college. Do that. Like, make the program work for you. Your rent is zero. You don't have to really worry about working. You could dedicate your time into school or trade school, unlike living into market rent, where it's very hard for a lot of single moms to go back to school because of them having to pay rent and still take care of the children. So I'll tell anybody, if you got that type of housing, allow that benefit to work for you. Don't get content with the program, especially while they still giving it out. We don't know how long it's going to be around. Or really try to do something with yourself when you in that type of environment. You know what I'm talking about? To really break that generation curse, utilize it, like I said, but you have to be motivated. You have to, because nobody gonna wake up, nobody gonna come and wake you up, knock on your door and say, hey, go get a job today. Hey, go back to school today. And for you look up, it could be 10 to 15 years. You see people been in some of these Section 8 housing programs for 15 to 20 years. Then they end up having children and they'll start living in them houses. So you have to really be dedicated with a plan. You got to have goals. You got to have a mindset that you really want to make some of the program. If you don't have that type of mindset, you can get content down there in that type of housing, and it have its cons to it. Some of the cons is, not being able to have company when you want to. You know what I'm talking about? Like somebody monitoring your income, the government. You got to report your income to these people. You got to report your tax returns to these people. The more you make, the more your rent gonna go up. So it discourages a lot of people want to get regular jobs. A lot of people don't even want to work because if they feel like they're going to work, it's going to take money from them. I know that's how it was for me when I was in college. I decided not to work, even though I was a certified CNA, because it was going to hurt me working. I was going to be paying market rent when it's like, why pay market rent and I can have zero rent considering I was a college student. So you got to figure out that it do leave you at a limited income because of that. You only can make so much money living in that type of housing. They will not allow you to have multiple jobs and pocket all that money. The more you make, the more your rent gonna go up. Unlike paying market rent, you can work multiple jobs. That's one of the pros of paying market rent. You can work multiple jobs, have multiple streams of income, and nobody cannot touch it. Unlike Section 8, and they can do inspections random. They don't have to ask to come to your house. Your privacy is kind of taken away in that regard. They can do inspections at any time. They can come to your house at any time, whether you home or not. Like when you pay market rent, they do have to ask permission to enter into your housing unit unless they feel like something, is going on kind of shaky. But other than that, they do have to ask you that. So some of your privacy is gone. But I feel like I said earlier in the video, it's a great program, but you got to be motivated and dedicated and willing to make them sacrifices to allow it to work for you. Don't get content. Don't get caught up with the environment down there. Have a plan. Know what you want out of life, and it can work for you. Like I said, I'm a living testimony of it. I got my master's degree. I was able to start my own business, have my own LLC, living from Section 8 housing. I've been in my field for over 10 years in the healthcare field, and it's been great. I just got my student loans paid off in full. So I'm a living testimony after being a single mom, first person in my family graduated from college. After being a teen mom, my son is graduated from high school, who got to figure out what he want to do. So it's just all about you. So don't never be feeling like because of where you came from, you cannot get to your next step. You just got to be motivated to get to that next step. So I hope y'all found this video helpful. I can do more of these videos. If y'all like these videos, please be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, comment if you want more information. Hopefully I can help y'all with this questions, or other people can help y'all to also get in the program. And this your girl, Dree from Detroit, 313. It's always free game, y'all.